Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to spending quality time with your girl, Eposi Ziton. Today, I'm going to be talking about building flowers. Yeah, when we talk about building flowers, flowers is something that brings a lot of beauty in our spaces. And when you think of flowers, you think of bringing the outside in, bringing nature and flamboyance and glamour into your home because flowers are always known for their beauty. Well, this is a beautiful flower arrangement that we're going to build today. I want everybody to be able to see this. It's a beautiful, beautiful flower arrangement that I'm going to build for today so we all can learn how to build beautiful flower arrangements like this. All right? Well, when I was a little girl, I've always had a passion for beauty and a taste for fashion and a taste for flamboyance and luxury. When I came to the US and I started having my own homes, the one thing that I realized that I had a talent for and I had a passion for was building flowers. So I always tried to build nice, beautiful flower arrangements. And that gave me the opportunity to know where to get all kinds of flowers and for the different prices, and where you can get flowers that are just for simple decor, flowers that are for elaborate parties, and flowers that are just simple and nice flowers. So when it comes to flowers, the places that you can go to have wonderful flowers is Joann's, Michael, AC Mall. But in other states, you might also have areas where they have flowers that I'm not aware of. But you can also get flowers from places like Dollar General or the dollar store. Those are going to be just simple and nice looking flowers that you don't have to spend so much money on. Well, we also have flower arrangements that have already been created. So you can always go to the stores that I've always told you of, which is the cheaper stores like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Ross, and Marshalls. Like I always say, I keep repeating these stores because not everybody's going to watch all of the segments. And I'm trying to reach out to everybody. I want whoever watches any of my shows to be able to take something out from them. So this particular flower arrangement, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything out and show you how it was created. For flowers, a lot of times you want to realize that when you trying to create flowers, you have to think about where you want to place it. Some flowers can stand on their own and still look beautiful. Some flowers need elevation because when you elevate them, then the beauty comes out. So then we're thinking of standing them on either a console, a table, or you might even want to stand them on a pedestal. So while you're buying your flowers, you want to think of what do you want to do with your flowers and know how you want to place them. So you know exactly how the flower arrangement is going to look like, because the size of a flower depends on where you want to place it. All right, and then when it comes to color, with flowers, a lot of times you want to make it so it ties the space that you're trying to create. Sometimes people use it as the main accent of the room. For example, your whole room might be just cream white and you decide to bring in red, vibrant flowers just to give that extra spark into the room. And then sometimes you might just want everything toned down. So it might be a white room and you decide, I just want to put white flowers so everything just looks clean and simple. So those are the things that you have to have in your head when you want to create your own flowers. And that's why I always emphasize that, people should try to create their own, because when you do your own thing, then you can really make it to work for your space the way you want it. So today, I'm going to take all of this out, all the flowers that are in this jar out, and let you know how I went about it. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the vase that I used. This is more like a jar. Even though it looks durable and expensive, I don't know if you can see it from there, but it's a jar that it's metal and is very light. Because it's metal, it's something that is very kid friendly. So I always emphasize on knowing why you want your stuff and also functionality. You don't want to get something that is not appropriate for your home. For those who have young kids, you always want to think about things that are kid friendly, that are not going to cause injury, and they're not going to be where you don't want your kids to come around, because it don't mean that you have a beautiful home, you're going to not want your kids to be comfortable. So this is a metal jar and it's very, very durable. You can see it has a lot of detail, and this detail, there's a little bit of distress feel, which I think the reason why they distressed it is because they wanted to make it look so traditional. So this is like a traditional jar. The reason why sometimes they do this is so by the time you're buying it, you know you're taking it into a traditional home. So you don't want to get a jar like this, which is so traditional and so detailed, and you take it into a modern home. Sometimes it might throw everything off. So this is a traditional jar. The flowers. These flowers, something like this, I bought these ones particularly for this show. So flowers like this sometimes might cost a little more. And I think I got this one from Michael's. This was $14.99. So it wasn't cheap at all. It was an expensive flowers. So when you're getting flowers like this, I'll advise you want to sign up to these stores so you buy them when the flowers are on sale. When they are on sale, you might get them for 40% off, 50% off, and sometimes even 70% off. So you're getting the flower for a fraction of the price if you buy them while they are on sale. So that's something to keep in mind. Get your flowers when your flowers are on sale. So I'm gonna let you also know another item that we need when we creating flowers like that. We have to stuff the jar. If we don't stuff the jar, the flowers might just go inside and just not do nothing. So my thing that I'm going to emphasize on is to use things that are cheap to stuff your jar, because you don't want to waste money for nothing. If I'm creating something for you which is professional, I'm going to use a jar that, first of all, I'm going to use the various things that I use to glue something in the jar that's going to be fixed. So it doesn't move. So it stays there just the way we want it to be until we want to destroy it. So for the most part, it's fixed. You can move with it, you can travel and go to different places, and you don't have to worry about the flowers moving. So that's another thing I'm going to emphasize on, trying to get what you're going to use to stuff in your vase. So this time I decided to use bags. So you stuff your bags inside your jar and you stuff them to a level that you know that your flowers are not just going to sink in, because you want your flowers to have a particular length or a certain length. So in that case, I'm going to stuff my jar to a certain length, to a certain level that I want it to be. So after stuffing my jar, I'm going to now start putting my flowers in. Putting my flowers just in a pattern that is what I'm trying to achieve. So there you are. There's a particular fashion that you have to do so you can have that style that you're looking for. And if you can tell, all the flowers are the same and they have the same color, they have the same look, but I'm gonna mix it with, this is another size, it's a little smaller than the one that I have. These ones are big, these ones are smaller, so it's just some kind of coordination where I'm gonna put the smaller ones in the middle and just create that whole look that I'm going for. Yep, and the smaller ones, you can tell it has a different color. It's almost like a cream, while the bigger ones were white. This one is like a cream. The reason for that is because even though I always talk about coordinating and trying to make things tie, the cream just brings a little bit of detail to the flower arrangement, because it doesn't make it look so, it just gives a just a variation to what we're trying to create. Right, so I guess this is it. Voila. So that's the flower arrangement that we just created. So like I always say, when you do something this beautiful, you want to take a picture, because like I said, the fact that we didn't do it professionally, it might move once in a while, but if you have a picture, you'll be able to still fix it and put it back the way you did it originally. So that's our creation for the day. This is a beautiful creation, and for those who like what they see and they want something more permanent, you can contact me, like I said, on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and let me know what you're trying to achieve, what color of flowers you want to build. And if it's something you want to work with me, that will be fine. But if you want me to just create your flowers for you, so you pick it up or I mail it for you, that's also a good idea. But for today, we had a creation. Again, once more, thanks for spending quality time.